What's up guys, it's FIFA Chief here, and today I'm going to be showing you one of the best high budget trading methods on FIFA 23, but before we jump into that, I'm going to show you the easiest way for you to get some coins. If you guys are looking for the cheapest and most reliable coins on the market, make sure to head over to utnice.com and use code CHIEF for 5% off at checkout. Now let's get right into this video. Alright boys, so diving into this video and this method, today we're going to be going over the 100, 200, 300 trading method, which again is one of the best methods for high budget trading. Typically I recommend that people have at least 500k for this. Preferably you'd have like 1,000,000 coins or more for this. The more coins you have, the easier it's going to be to make coins. So what we're going to do here is very, very simple. We're going to set our quality to special here. We're going to set our minimum bid price to 100k, our maximum bid price to 200k, and our minimum buy now to 300k. So obviously what this is going to do for us is it's going to get us cards with bids between 100 and 200k and really high buy nows. And when you search this, again, super simple method, all we're going to do is look for any card that has a bid on it. And then once you find a card that has a bid on it, all you're going to do is you're going to jump over to Footbin and quickly look up that player's price. So I see an Alphonso Davies here with a 177k bid on him. And I see right here he's going for about 190-ish K. And what I always tell people is to use this market sales history button. And what this does is it'll open up a new tab for you and you can see what that card has actually been selling for recently. So if I have a look at this Alphonso Davies, it looks like I could 100% sell him for about 185 to 190,000 coins. Down here, yeah, it looks like that's the typical price. And that kind of helps you a lot more than sort of what they're listed for right now. You want to see what they're typically going for. So how do we know, how much to buy a card for, how much to sell it for? That's sort of the next step here. So we'll pick another card out here and give you an example of that. So we have a Davies here that's 142k. I just saw that I could sell him for about 185,000 coins. So what we want to do is we want to take the tax out from what we're going to lose selling that card. Because if you don't know, there's a 5% tax on every card you sell. So if I sold a Davies for 185,000 coins, then I would only be making 175,750 coins. And my typical rule of thumb with sort of high budget trading is I want to be making around 10,000 coins per card. Again, I'll take 5, 6, 7k profit on these cards as well, but typically I want to make around 10,000 coins profit. So with this Davies, I would like to get him for about 165k or less. Now I want to keep that figure in mind because I'm going to be doing this with a bunch of different cards, jumping card to card, trying to be as efficient as possible. So next up, I may go and have a look at Verratti, for example. He's got a bid on him here for 150k. On Footbin, I can see he is much, much more expensive than that. So I'm going to go ahead. See, he typically sells 310k-ish. Again, a lot of these cards are a little more expensive at the moment. So I know I can easily sell him for over 300k. So this card right here I like. Let's just say I could sell him for 310,000 coins. I would make 295,000. So I'd want to pick this guy up for about 285 or less here for this Verratti. And you're just going to keep doing that over and over and over. It's pretty simple, repetitive, but you're going to be making coins doing this. Now, I picked up a couple examples before the video just to show you exactly what we're looking at with these cards. So first up here, I have this Darwin Núñez 89 rated striker card. I won him for 185,000 coins, as you can see here. And if I jump over to Footbin just to show you here, we're looking at this Darwin Núñez card. And you can see recently he sold for 200, 205, 206. And we'll kind of refresh this just to get an even better idea. So yeah, it looks like I could easily sell him for about 200k here. Now, one of the big mistakes I see with a lot of people is they're constantly listing cards for like the cheapest price on the market. You don't need to be listing for the cheapest on the market always, because you want to be making as many coins as possible with these cards. So even if this card doesn't sell first listing, that doesn't bother me. I need to be willing to deal with that, which is why this method is so much better if you have a lot more coins, because you can win a lot more cards, hang on to these, and wait for them to sell for higher profits. So with this Núñez, I'm going to sell him for about 205k here. So if I take a look here, if I sell him for 205k, I'll make 194,750 coins. So you can see we're essentially making 10,000 coins on this card. We're making 9,750 on that Darwin Nunez, which is exactly what we're looking for. And then next up, I also won here. Oh my God, somebody's transferring coins on that Davies. Next up, we have this Eder Militao that I won for 245k here. And if I jump over to the Footbin sales history to show you guys this card, he is currently selling, I mean, there's one for 265, 268, 270. It looks like I can sell this card for about 270,000 coins here. So if we take a look on the market, so 270 is not going to be the cheapest one. There's some for like 260 there, which doesn't really bother me because eventually mine will sell here. So if I list mine for 270,000 coins, I'll get 256k out of that, which will be 11k profit on that card again. So you can see we're making profits on these cards. That's about 20k between those two cards alone. And I probably took about 2 to 3 minutes to win those. Now, it does take a bit of luck with methods like this, just hoping people don't bid on your cards. But there's also a couple keys here that I don't want people to miss out on, because it seems to be the biggest issues that people have when doing methods like this. So issue number one is you're trying to make way too much profit per card, because if you're just trying to only make like 30k profits on cards, 40k profits on cards, you might be thinking, oh, I'm making more coins per card, I'm gonna make more coins like this. It doesn't really work like that, because you're not going to win enough cards to really get you a bunch of coins. So you need to be willing to take smaller profits and just win like a bunch of different cards here. Because, for example, this Harry Kane, I know he sells for about 175k. If I'm only trying to make like 30k profits or more on him, I'm never going to win a Harry Kane, because people are going to bid way, way higher than I'm willing to. So that's important. And then the second one is something that's already been mentioned. People try to list cards for too cheap because they want them to sell as soon as possible. They want their coins to come back in so they can keep trading. So it's key that you're willing to wait for these cards to sell, list them for more, and kind of be patient with it, which is why it's also important to have a lot of coins to play with when doing methods like this. So those are it's just kind of some minor tips. And then the last thing will be kind of how I go about doing this method to make it most efficient. So when you go in here, a lot of people lose time because they'll be moving between the transfer market and their transfer list, because you're trying to keep up with your bids. Make sure you don't lose out on any cards. But there's a much easier way to do this. When you're doing the 100, 200, 300 trading method, we'll jump in here, we'll look at some cards, and let's just say, I don't even know what any of these cards go for. Let's just say, boom, there's a Harry Kane there, 155k. So I toss a bid on him. And then I scroll over here and I find, oh, there's another Harry Kane here, 151k. And there's just a bunch of different cards that I want to bid on. And I need to keep up with these cards' bids so I'm not losing them. Now, instead of, hitting B or hitting circle and going out of this screen, what you're going to do is you're going to hit triangle on PlayStation or Y on Xbox. And this takes you straight to your transfer targets. So you can continue bidding on the cards you've been bidding on. And then once you're done here, you just go ahead and hit circle or B on Xbox, and it takes you right back to where you were in the filter. So you can keep looking at the exact same cards you were looking at and keep bidding on these. So that's the easiest way to kind of move between your transfer targets and the transfer market where you're trying to bid on more cards here. So overall, this is a really simple method. There's just some minor keys there for you guys to continue to make coins. And you saw we did make some decent profit on some cards already. But guys, that is going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next video.